So now you know that RStudio is what we are using for this class as a graphic user interface to conduct our statistical analyses. I find RStudio to be the most helpful and easy to operate, and I hope you find it to be easy to operate as well. So click on RStudio. RStudio opens up. You will notice that RStudio will keep in its history those things that have occurred in a previous session. And that is actually a good thing. In this case, I simply want to delete this and I want to clean this up. I want to start from zero. If you ever work with a lot of information and starting to build up and you need to erase, you can click on Control L and that'll clean up your screen. And in this case, we're not too concerned about that, but still looking at the R environment on the left bottom hand side, you have your console, and you can actually reorganize these to your liking. This is pretty much the default right here, but on the console, you will see the operating commands. And if you wish to code your commands, you can code them there too. For most of the work that we will be conducting or working with or analyzing in class, we will be using R Commander. R Commander is considered a package within R. To activate R Commander, we need to look for it. And it is in this list in alphabetical order, and it is a capital R followed by the letter CMDR, abbreviating R Commander. As I click on this box, all the packages associated to R Commander start loading. I can see that on the console. At the bottom right here, my computer, I will see that R Commander is now activated. I can click on this and open up R Commander. Now, R Commander is not going to do anything because we do not have any data sets open or activated. We need to go back to RStudio. I'm going to minimize R Commander again, and we need to import a data set, or we need to activate a data set. So I can go to File and click again on ChickFlick, which is one that we have been using for in the past few sessions to kind of get used to the data. I can simply click on this or double click on ChickFlicks and activate ChickFlick. Now you see that ChickFlick has been activated um, on your top script window. ChickFlicks has been activated with probably not the best format or the way that I wish to see it there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to import ChickFlick from my folder, and I'm going to make sure that it imports in the fashion that I wish it to import, which is with a heading. I'm going to import that, and when I see it now, I can see that my first case is male Bridget Jones, number 22 for arousal. That is a score. In the case of ChickFlicks, the way that it was imported by clicking on this file, this is simply telling you that you have these files available here. It's not necessarily the best way to activate them or to bring them on board. Um, the idea is that it was imported, or we can now see this data, and you will see that number one or case one is actually gender, film, and arousal, and that is not necessarily the case. So let's X out of this. Let's reactivate R Commander. When you reactivate R Commander and you wish to work with R Commander, which is another graphic user interface, you need to activate in R Commander the data sets that you have open. So if you click on no active database, as you click on it, select database Windows prompts you to simply select whatever it is that you have active. Let's cancel this and let's say that you had imported, let's go back to RStudio, and you had imported another file. Let's say that you imported exam anxiety, another one that we've been working with in class. So exam anxiety, this is the title. It does have a heading, yes, so I'm going to import that. Now I have ChickFlicks and exam anxiety, and I can actually close out of this right here, which is nothing. So I have ChickFlicks and exam anxiety. When I go to R Commander and I'm asked to activate a data set, notice that both the ones that I have in RStudio are available. So I can activate a data set, click on OK, and now I know that Chick Flicks, without seeing the data, is active in R Commander. And that concludes this presentation on activating a data set with R Commander, importing it, not necessarily importing it, but making the connection between RStudio and R Commander.